Welcome to Fuel Your Drive.
Guys, what is going on? Welcome to Fuel Your Drive. I'm your host, Josh York. We have another unbelievable episode in store for you today. Before we get started, as you know, please like, share, subscribe. I want to keep growing this podcast, guys. It means the world to me as you continue to share it. The numbers keep growing. It's unbelievable as I watch them grow. I'm really grateful and want to just express some gratitude to all you who tune in and listen to the show. But today's topic I want to focus on is personal trainers. I wanted to touch on personal trainers because I just had a conversation with one of our amazing trainers, just came on board, and I thought this would just be a great topic to talk about because he just got laid off from a job, and he's always been into fitness, and he wanted to make a career change. And we were just talking, and he really needed this conversation. And I'm so happy I was able to help him and have this conversation with him because he seems, well, first of all, he's on our team, and I haven't met him before. He just seems like an unbelievable guy. He was waiting here very early for our general manager. He needed the keys for one of the vans. And I was like, man, I got to talk to this guy. He's just unbelievable. And, I was explaining to him how when one door closes, the next door it opens is always better. And I was also explaining to him how, because I was a personal trainer, how being a personal trainer is not scalable. You keep in mind, I was a personal trainer for years. I've worked at more gyms than you could possibly imagine. I've worked at private studios. I worked at large gyms, smaller gyms. I worked everywhere. And, they're never going to have these type of conversations with you because at the end of the day, as I always say, being a personal trainer is not scalable. You cannot grow that way. Maybe you can become a manager at the gym. Maybe you get lucky and the CEO walks in one day and thinks so highly of you and decides to bring you in on the corporate team and you get to really experience some massive growth. But other than that, the chances of that happening are very, very minimal. And I was just explaining to him how, I used to be frustrated by this because I always would say like, how am I going to really be able to be successful as a personal trainer? Well, that's why we created the career path here. And you start as, part-time trainer, full-time trainer, you could be a master trainer, you could be a territory manager, you could be a GM. And in some scenarios, we have owners, obviously, which I've shared, I think, in another podcast, going in with other franchisees and giving equity in their company, which is amazing. But I just explained, the difference between being an entrepreneur and being an intrapreneur. And the difference really is being an intrapreneur, you don't have to put up the money. You don't have to have all the risk. And, there is obviously pressure involved. You always want pressure. Pressure is great. Pressure is what makes diamonds. And pressure is just something you always want. But it's not going to be as much as it would be as being an entrepreneur. And I just kind of explained to him this. And I was just, and you could see he was smiling and he's starting to feel good that I was talking to him. And it made me happy because, like I said, it just seems like an unbelievable guy. And so we continued talking, and I was just telling him, I was like, listen, if you work really hard and you get out there and you treat this like it's your business and this is something you want to do in the future, you can literally, hang them up and finish off your career here and be very successful and make a lot of money. But that comes with effort, right? You're not going to get what you want out of life without effort, and I always like to compare it to like, working out. Like you're not going to get a six-pack without effort. Getting a six-pack requires consistency, requires diet, requires cardio. It requires a lot of things that you have to do in order to achieve that six-pack. Well, same rules apply with everything else that's out there. But at the end of the day, you have to put that work in. And it's not about how you handle yourself on the amazing days. It's how you handle yourself on the most difficult days, the challenging days. And I always say, look, we're very positive people here. We have great days and we have good days. We don't have bad days. But, when you're having a good day and it's not a great day, you better make it a great day. You got to be positive. And when things happen, always ask yourself, why is this happening for me? What is it trying to teach me? I mean, it could be the worst thing in the world. It doesn't matter. It's definitely trying to teach you something. And you have to be aware of that enough and have that awareness to understand what it's teaching you. But look, at the end of the day, you got to get out there and you got to put that work in. And that's pretty much what I told him. And he left and he seemed super excited and motivated. It made me so happy. And I will tell you right now, I see big things happening for him and I'm going to be really looking forward to it. But, you got to understand, you cannot build a home in a day, right? You cannot build a hotel in a month. Everything takes time. And we could use a hotel as an example. Think about how many problems and setbacks they must have building a hotel. Maybe they order the wrong parts. Maybe something they put in and it breaks, or maybe the pipe bursts and they were trying to put the pipe in and now they have a flood. Now they got to replace all the sheetrock again and everything got ruined and they have to start over. That is going to be like that with everything. But you cannot lose if you don't quit. Until next time, guys, fuel your drive. Have a great day. See ya.
Legend. Do you know my name? My name is Legend.